Let's make some delicious turkey meatballs in a white creamy sauce. It's turkey season and you're gonna find it in all sorts of shapes and forms. And in this situation, I've got here 500 grams of minced turkey meat. And going straight into seasoning, this is what we're adding. Half teaspoon of table salt, a quarter of teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper, a quarter of teaspoon of dry oregano, and a quarter of teaspoon of smoked paprika. Now that was the seasoning, but we also need to add a few more things, starting with the garlic, 2 cloves of garlic, finely grated, 30 to 40 grams of grated Parmesan cheese, 4 tablespoons of breadcrumbs, together with 1 egg. Now clean hands and we're gonna dive straight in, making sure that these ingredients are well combined. I know I make them slightly bigger, but during the cooking process, they will shrink slightly. Now set a pan on medium-high heat, and to this we're going in with about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And with the pan hot enough, we're going in with the meatballs and we're gonna cook these until they get golden brown in color. This shouldn't take longer than 7-8 minutes. And yes, we need to move on to a bigger pan because these are just too many and they're overcrowded in this little pan. And we're gonna switch to these, having a bit more space to cook them all the way around. Now some of them might probably crack. As you can see, we've got a few here, but don't worry, these will be equally tasty. And when you're happy with the color you've got on the meatballs, remove them from the heat. But keep the same pan on because we're gonna get ready the sauce. And to make the sauce, we're gonna use 1 white onion, which we're gonna chop finely. In goes the onion. And we're also getting in about 50 grams of butter. And we're cooking this onion until it starts becoming translucent. It shouldn't take longer than 5 minutes. 50 milliliters of white wine goes in. And we're gonna reduce this for a minute or 2. And during this process, most of the alcohol will evaporate. Now reduce the heat to low. And we're going in with about 400 milliliters of dairy cream. Now we're following up with some seasoning. About a quarter of teaspoon of table salt. And a quarter of teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper, Parmesan cheese, about 30-40 grams. And now we're gonna bring this to a simmering temperature, and after that the meatballs can go straight in. This is for the final stage of cooking, where they will cook all the way through, and they'll also absorb some of this sauce and become more moist and tender. A lid can go on, and we're gonna continue cooking this for a further 3 to 5 minutes. Once you cook the meatballs all the way through and the sauce thickened, you can serve this immediately with your favorite garnish. It can be pasta, it can be rice, or you can just eat them as they are. I really hope that you enjoyed this simple recipe. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more simple recipes like this.